So we have the privilege today of actually interviewing Chuck Person. Obviously, you all have seen him on many of Kai's videos, but we get the honor of actually talking with him today. So, Chuck, why don't you share with us some latest development of where Kai has been and where he's going? Obviously, you've worked with him now since August, and tell us where things stand now and what you see.
Well, of course, first thing, he's a really good young man, very polite, and he's becoming more social, right? He had his first soul food dinner from Granny's Soul Food here in Atlanta. He had 3 turkey wings. He had 2 helpings of macaroni and cheese, a lot of corn. This kid can really eat. And he said, Coach Person, I said, Kai, when you eat all this food, you're going to be sleepy. He said, no, I'm not, no, I'm not, no, I'm not. I said, okay. I said, give me 1 hour, you'll be asleep. So after we got done eating, we got in the car, we drove around. He was, every time he would fall asleep, I would hit my brakes really fast. And he was, Coach, you're right, I'm tired. That's what soul food does to you. And so it was his first soul food meal, which was great. And outside of that, his basketball development has been tremendous. He's a willing learner. He wants to be great. And again, when you're trying to be great, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So it's a day-to-day, in-the-moment type training. And he's very good at it. He can dribble, he can shoot at range, great passer, and a great learner of the game. He really understands what it takes to be great. And I'm looking forward to his continual improvement.
You know, in the last YouTube video, a lot of people had questions for you. Questions about how and why you develop Kai the way you do. Of course, they loved, by the way, thank you for speaking during the live feed we had that time. But a lot of questions were around his posture. Do you want to address sort of some things you've been doing with regards to his posture?
Yeah. Well, naturally, when you get big or tall like Kai, 7-footers, 7'2", 7'4" guys, sometimes their posture, biomechanics tend to change because their limbs are so long, and he has a tendency to hump over, his right leg will lean to the side. So it presents some problems if they're not corrected. And you can't be corrected in a month or 2 months. It will take some months and maybe even a year or 2. But we've gone from his right foot from being there to there. His humping over is going from there to there. But he needs to eventually extend out, right? So he's standing upright like this. And then if you can pan down with it to my feet, his feet, they came like this. He's now about there, but he needs to be directly forward so his body's square, his shoulders stand up tall. So now you look like a normal great athlete. He'll get there. He's kind of like this now, a little bit, which is okay, but we'll get him to there where he's long and angular and doing things the proper way.
Awesome. What do you see in the next week? What would be, obviously he's got his first big American game. We had a game last night, but this weekend he faces a pretty big name team. Why don't you talk about what he did last night and his stats, but what he should be facing and thinking about to prepare for Saturday?
Well, he scored at all 3 levels, inside, mid-range, and outside. So he had 21 points, 11 rebounds, 4 block shots, and 4 assists in only 20 minutes. Now, those are some big-time numbers, right? Is he going to do that every game? We hope that he can, but obviously probably not, because some teams may not just let him score. He may even get 12 assists in the next game because he's just a great passer. But we still expect big things from him because he is just that good, and because of his size and ability to move around athletically, it lends him to be more successful than most people his size.
And the coming game with IMG?
IMG, they're a tough team. They're going to do a lot of switching. They're going to put a small guy on Kai. Then they'll bring a bigger help guy over there, so Kai has to make moves extremely quick. He doesn't have the move right now, and then it's okay, but because now what takes place next time is he can extremely good passer. He can make his teammates better. Again, he may have 12 assists and 10 points. He may have 14 assists and 4 or 5, 6 block shots. So it's not always about scoring. It's about filling up the stat sheet, which he can do on a consistent basis.
Awesome. We appreciate the interview. We also appreciate that each week you're going to take some time to share with us the development. And is there anything that you'd like to say to the country of the Philippines? Because they, of course, shared a lot of love with you on the last feed.
Well, I appreciate the 110 million Filipinos backing Kai. He's something special, and we need all the support that we can get. And Well, next time I'm on the podcast, I'm going to speak some Tagalog. I'm going to learn a few words. Kaju is going to teach them to me, the big monster. He's going to teach me some Tagalog, and hopefully I'll get it right. So you guys tell me what you think about my language when I'm speaking in Tagalog. Thank you and have a blessed day.
Thank you, Coach Chuck.
You're welcome.